Making homemade fertilizer with 17 easy and natural methods. Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today, we have an exciting video for you where we'll learn how to make homemade fertilizer using 17 simple and natural methods. These methods not only help the environment, but they also promote the growth and health of your houseplants. All plant lovers know that the health of plants depends on the health of the soil. The richness of the soil is a very important factor in this regard. Using fertilizer helps strengthen the soil of your plants. Ready-made fertilizers often contain chemical substances that are harmful to the environment. The cost of buying fertilizers can also be quite high. Fortunately, if you learn how to make homemade fertilizer, your expenses will be significantly reduced. In this video, we've prepared several homemade fertilizer recipes for you. Simple and non-chemical alternatives are available in almost every home, and you can use them as supplements for your plants. Making homemade fertilizer is not too complicated and can even be a fun hobby. In the first step, you need good soil and good compost. Making compost is very easy, and you can prepare it at home using grass clippings and food scraps. This will also not cost you much. For a healthy garden, in addition to good soil, having essential nutrients is crucial. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, sulfur, and calcium are some of the micronutrients that plants need for survival. Ingredients for making homemade fertilizer. 1. Coffee grounds. After brewing and drinking your coffee, instead of throwing away the coffee grounds, let them dry and use them as plant fertilizer. Coffee grounds contain a significant amount of nitrogen, potassium, and phosphoric acid. There are different ways to use coffee grounds as fertilizer. You can sprinkle the grounds on the soil surface, place them at the bottom of a pot, or water the plant with coffee. To do this, soak the coffee grounds in water for a week and use it for watering. This fertilizer is ideal for plants that love acidic environments. If you have plants like azalea, hydrangea, rose, magnolia, camellia, evergreen, blueberry, avocado, tomato, or fruit trees, giving them a boost with coffee fertilizer will refresh them. Two. Salt. Dissolve 1 tablespoon of salt in about 3.5 liters of water. This fertilizer provides a significant amount of sulfur and magnesium for your plants. These nutrients are especially beneficial for roses and tomatoes. You can use homemade salt fertilizer to strengthen indoor or outdoor plants. Three. Banana and banana peel. Bananas are a fruit available year-round and found in almost every household. We consume this fruit to provide the potassium our body needs. You might be surprised to learn that rose plants also love potassium. When planting a rose, place a whole banana or its peel under the soil to ensure the plant gets the potassium it needs. You can also place the banana peel on the soil surface. 4. Eggshells. Lemon is known for its many benefits in gardening. It helps reduce the acidity of the soil for plants that do not prefer acidic environments. Lemon is also rich in calcium, an essential nutrient for plants. The good news is that eggshells have similar properties to lemon. Making homemade fertilizer with eggshells is an easy method. Eggshells contain nitrogen and phosphoric acid, making them a great option for homemade fertilizer. Calcium is a vital nutrient for plants that supports their growth. Research shows that 93% of eggshells consist of calcium carbonate, which is actually the scientific name for lemon. Plants get most of their required calcium from the soil, so for healthier plants, it's important to maintain sufficient calcium levels. Crush or grind the eggshells and sprinkle them on the soil surface. Five, vegetable scraps. You can make your own compost using kitchen scraps and garden waste. Compost slowly releases nutrients into the soil, which means a well-fertilized garden with compost can support healthy plants for 1 to 2 years without the need for reapplication or additional fertilizer. Compost also helps retain soil moisture, which is essential for maintaining a vegetable garden during hot and dry summers. 6. Molasses. Molasses is a thick, dark, and sticky extract that is actually a byproduct in the sugar production process. Molasses, when used in liquid compost form, increases the number of beneficial microbes and bacteria in the soil. This promotes the growth and health of plants. To prepare liquid compost, dissolve 1 to 3 tablespoons of molasses in 3 liters of water. You can use this solution once a week and watch your plants thrive. 7. Wood ash. Sprinkling wood ash on the soil surface provides plants with calcium carbonate and potassium. Remember, do not use charcoal, as it is harmful to plants. 8. Fish emulsion. Fish waste and aquarium water have numerous benefits for plants. This fertilizer is made from the waste parts and stomach of fish, mixed with water. This type of fertilizer has been used in agriculture for hundreds of years. Keep in mind that making this fertilizer takes several weeks and may have an unpleasant odor. Fill a large barrel with 2 parts water and 1 part fish waste. Let this mixture sit for 24 hours. After this time, fill the barrel with fresh water. Place the barrel lid on, but do not seal it tightly. Let the mixture rest for about 3 weeks. The fertilizer is ready. For every 10 square meters, you can use about 10 liters of this liquid. If you can handle the smell, you'll have a highly nutritious and beneficial homemade fertilizer. Nine, green tea. You can use diluted green tea to water your plants, helping to hydrate them. Brew 1 green tea bag in 7 liters of water and let it cool. Then, use this solution to water your plants. 10. Vinegar. The acetic acid in vinegar is beneficial for plants like roses, some houseplants, and vegetables. To make homemade fertilizer with vinegar, simply mix 1 tablespoon of white vinegar with 3 liters of water. Use this liquid for watering your plants once every 3 months to achieve the best results. (11) Bone meal. By making homemade bone meal fertilizer, you can use kitchen scraps and have healthier plants. You can prepare another type of homemade fertilizer by boiling chicken bones. First, clean the bones thoroughly. Boil them for several hours. Turn off the heat and let the contents of the pot cool down. The bones should cook long enough to become soft, allowing you to blend them with water in a mixer. Pour the resulting mixture at the bottom of the soil and under the plants. Homemade bone meal fertilizer is very beneficial for tomatoes and flowering plants. (12) Grass clippings. If you have natural grass in your yard, make sure to use the grass clippings to make homemade fertilizer after mowing. Grass is a plant-based fertilizer that helps prevent weed growth in the garden. It is also rich in nitrogen, which is an essential nutrient for plants. Place the grass clippings in a large bucket of water and wait for 5 days. Then, dilute the mixture by adding 10 cups of fresh water to 1 cup of the grass water and use it to water your plants. 13. Weeds. Just like the previous suggestion, many weeds are rich in nitrogen, making them an excellent fertilizer. The problem is, when you pull weeds from the soil, you probably don't want to return them to the earth. If you use the weeds directly, new weeds will grow again in your garden. So what's the solution? Make weed tea. To do this, fill a quarter of a large bucket with weeds and pour water over them. Let the weeds soak in the water for 1 to 2 weeks. Once the water turns a brown tea color, use it to water your plants. (14) Animal manure. Cow, horse, or chicken manure is the main ingredient in animal fertilizer. It is rich in nitrogen and other nutrients, but it requires careful use. Fresh animal manure is very acidic and actually contains too many nutrients, which can burn plants. The best option is to use composted animal manure. Since the nutrients and acidity of this compost become more diluted, it can help improve water retention in the soil without harming the plants. You don't need to wait long to make animal manure compost. It quickly turns into an excellent and odorless soil conditioner. (15) Tree leaves. Instead of discarding autumn leaves, gather them for your garden. Leaves are rich in trace minerals, help fight garden worms, retain soil moisture, and lighten heavy soils. You can use this fertilizer in 2 ways. Mix the leaves with the soil or use them as plant mulch. By making leaf compost, you help fertilize plants and reduce weed growth. (16) Gelatin. It's also possible to make homemade fertilizer using gelatin. This substance is rich in nitrogen, which helps promote plant growth and health. Dissolve 1 tablespoon of pure gelatin in warm water, then add 3 cups of cold water. Pour this mixture onto the soil once a month. (17) Instant liquid fertilizer. Sometimes you don't want to wait for weeks or spend a lot of time making homemade fertilizer. You can quickly make liquid fertilizer using tea. In a large jar, add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of ammonia, 3 teaspoons of instant cold tea powder or a tea bag, and 3 teaspoons of molasses. In a separate container, mix 3 tablespoons of molasses, 3 tablespoons of 3% hydrogen peroxide, a quarter cup of crushed bone scraps, 1 crushed eggshell, and half a dried banana peel. Add this mixture to the jar. Now, add water to the jar and let it sit for 1 hour. The liquid fertilizer is ready. The ammonia in this fertilizer increases the nitrogen content, and the tannic acid in the tea helps plants absorb more nutrients. The oxygen in this solution is provided by the hydrogen peroxide, and the banana provides the necessary potassium. Homemade fertilizer for extending the lifespan of fresh flowers. Flowers love fresh water. Next, we'll share a homemade fertilizer recipe that extends the lifespan of your flowers. This fertilizer is available ready-made in most flower shops, but by combining a few simple ingredients, you can make it yourself for your flowers. 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of bleach, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 950 milliliters of warm water. If you found this tip helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing plant care tips. Stay tuned, because we've got so many more tricks to help your plants thrive. Leave a comment below if you're excited to try this out.